Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hypnotherapy Breakthrough. My name is Carlos Casados, and I'd like to dive a little deeper into the concept of belief, which was mentioned in the previous video. Uh, so let's do this. The word belief, first of all, has an etymology that relates to love. To believe is to have confidence in or to hold dear to someone or something. So you could think of the word belief or believe to be love, to be in love with an idea, right? To have faith in it. So when people have beliefs that they're working through that are what they might refer to as limiting beliefs or negative limiting beliefs, maybe ask yourself, how are you holding this idea dear to you? And explore the feeling of it rather than just thinking about it. Ask yourself, how it would affect you if you didn't believe that, or if you believed something that was the exact opposite. And try to explore where those hot spots are within you. That is the places within you that feel something negative, like a negative emotion of some kind around the change. So why are you holding it so dear? What will happen when it's different? What will happen when you see it differently? When you experience it differently? What will change? What are the consequences of changing this belief? This is where you begin to explore ecology. To see how this change in your belief would affect things. And I believe, to use the word, through my experiences that have taught me that when you want to change a belief, it's important to consider how it's going to affect everything else. It's very important before you begin doing any kind of change work that you actually ask that question seriously and explore it, because it can have unforetold effects. Every change that you make in yourself that's significant has exponential effect because it's connected to other beliefs and other behaviors, other feelings. So in this mental, emotional, spiritual spelunking, diving into the depths, the caves of your being, check to see where all those connections are, check to see where all those hot spots are. This is going to give you a lot of structural information about how you're holding on to that belief. Like, how is it possible that you believe it? I know that's an interesting question to ask. How is it possible that I believe that blank? Believe that I am unworthy? And it starts to ask you, okay, you begin to ask yourself the question, what was it that fed into this belief? What were the circumstances? What was going on with my self-esteem at the time when I accepted this belief? How is it possible that I believe that eating green salads is stupid and gross, and you should only be eating meat and potatoes, and that's it? Well, if you have digestive issues or weight gain or other issues like that, that more fiber and roughage could solve, that would be an important set of questions to begin asking yourself. How is that possible? In other words, what kinds of things did I learn along the way that contributed to that? What made it difficult for me to believe that salads can not only be good for me, but that I can enjoy eating them and they can taste great, or even that I could use it as a wonderful contrast to the other foods that I eat? Because salads are bitter and they're refreshing. It cleans your palate. There are lots of positive beliefs I could hold that could facilitate me eating salads again. And I'm just giving these random examples here. But asking that question, how are the beliefs related to something I'm holding dear to me, is useful. How is it love, right? How is it that I'm loving this belief? And then this exercise that I'm going to give you in a moment might give you some free play, a little bit of flexibility in your thinking. It's very simple. You can get out a piece of paper if you want. You don't have to write it down, but it helps to close your eyes and just think about, let's say, 4 or 5 beliefs that you're holding currently that maybe aren't positive to you or aren't leading to the best results. And once you get them down in clear language, like, I believe that relationships are tough and they require a lot of work. I believe that you have to work really hard to make money, that there's no easy path. I believe that, school and study is difficult. I believe that I don't have a good memory, that my memory is slipping, and that I don't remember things very well. I believe that COVID is going to destroy any hopes of making money, and it's going to be like this for the foreseeable future. Well, if those beliefs are not serving you, and once you got that clearly laid out, start to ask yourself questions that might help you to see that it isn't true. So for the thought experiment, you're simply canceling out the initial belief by exploring equal and opposite beliefs. So for example, what kinds of things would you need to believe in order to really accept that relationships can be easy? That communication, when you're aligned and when you have shared values, can be pretty effortless. What could you believe about yourself? What would you have to let go of? And if you did let go of those things, that it would cause you to accept that relationships are smooth and automatic and easy. And you explore that until the opposite is canceled out. So you begin to start to believe that, hey, I actually am starting to believe now that relationships are easy. If you don't feel it yet, but you're starting to, all that means is that you need to keep going. So find more beliefs to share with yourself, just kind of until it feels like the evidence outweighs the previous evidence, if you catch my meaning. And do this with each one of your beliefs until you can kind of minimize those initial beliefs and then just see how you feel. So check in with yourself. Say, okay, now that I've canceled all these feelings, how do I feel different? And how am I looking at the previous problems that I was struggling with in a different way? And then maybe finish that by asking yourself something about the future, like, okay, moving forward, as I approach relating to others, how is this affecting me now that that's changed? So you want to build your future by actually exploring your future, imagining from this new place of a modified belief how things are going to be different. Don't skip that. We want to do that because this is building the pathways, the neural pathways, the tendencies to reinforce these new beliefs. Okay, I hope that is clear enough for you. If you have any questions about that, feel free to make comments. If you've explored this and you've tried it out and you have something to share about it, please feel free to do that as well in the comments. And if you like the video, as always, click like and feel free to subscribe to my channel. I do plan on sharing a lot more in the near future. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Take care.